perfume friends. It's Friday, which in my world means yay. Weekend. Apparently it's going to snow in London this weekend. That's so exciting. I love snow. We'll see, hopefully. Anyway, this is my review of Nirmala by Molinard. I always want to say the D, Molinard, but it's actually Molinard. When I went to Glass recently, I smelled this. I didn't buy it there, but I smelt it there. And I really liked it. It was one that kind of stuck with me, and I'm glad I didn't buy it there because it was much more expensive, and there's a reason for that. I'll tell you if you like. It's recently been relaunched in this beautiful Baccarat crystal bottle, and it's an EDP, it's an eau de parfum. My one that I got when I came back to England is the eau de toilette, and it's not in the fancy crystal bottle, so I'm glad I didn't spend the money. But anyway, I've got quite a bit to say about this one, I think. I have. Let's see if I remember all of it. I've got my notes just down there. So this is a floral fruity fragrance. It was formulated in 1955. Don't switch off, don't go away, because the first thing I'll say about it is this in no way smells like a throwback, vintagey, old formulated fragrance. It doesn't have that feel at all. It smells like it was made today, and that's what's really surprising. I smelled it when I first went to the actual house of Molinard in Glass, and it was the only one I kept on the card when I was wandering around. I threw the others away. Then I smelled it again the next day in the centre of Glass, where there was actually a Molinard shop, and it was right in the centre of the shop on full display because they just relaunched it in this new fancy bottle. And I said to the girl, you know, oh, is this new? And she said, no, it is very old, you know. So I was really surprised. 1955. It's a floral fruity, and like I just tried to say, it smells way modern. So I want to tell you a little quick story. I've read up about this. If anyone knows what Nirmala actually means, as far as I know, it's a Hindu name which means pure and clean, I think. If there's another meaning, please comment below and tell me, because I am none the wiser. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's a nice word though. So, yeah, the little story. Now, this perfume was worn by a certain Terry Mugler, his mother. She wore this in the 50s. And it's quite telling because there is a huge similarity between this and his first ever perfume, Angel. Don't switch off again. Don't run away if you're thinking, oh my god, I hate Angel, I need to just get out of this room right now. Don't, because there's a difference. It smells like Angel, yes, I'll tell you that straight away, but it smells like Angel before she grew up and became a stripper. I say stripper because there's been many threads on Fragrantica about what do strippers smell like, and Angel always seems to get mentioned. Apparently strippers favour it. I wouldn't know, I've never been to a strip club. Yet. But yeah, it smells like Angel without the heavy patchouli and the huge gourmand notes in it. It's like a much cleaner, lighter, more fun version of Angel. And it's surprising that it's not surprising, but it makes sense now why Angel smells the way it does. Because Terry Mugler's mother used to wear this, so of course, when you reach the heights of heights that he has, your first perfume, an ode to your mother, and this fragrance it makes it kind of sweet, I think. So, let me tell you the notes. It's more about the fruity than the floral, I'll tell you that. There's no point of even thinking about the florals. I don't smell them at all. This is all about the tropical fruits and some of the other notes. So what are they? The top notes are mandarin, orange, grapefruit, passion fruit, mango, and pomelo. Pomelo, from what I remember, is a cross between an apple and a pear, I think. I remember that being in one of Britney's fragrances that I've reviewed. The heart notes are jasmine, and then it just says exotic flowers. That could be anything. Most flowers are exotic that aren't from my country. And then the base is tonka, vanilla, cedarwood, musk, and sandalwood. So, first of all, I'll quickly give you a run through at the bottom of this video, if I work out how to do it after this. The bottle has gone through many variations, and I'm guessing so has the formulation of the fragrance. From what I read, it was a lot more skanky and a little bit more dirty. It must have been the fact that there's musk in this, and it possibly would have been that there was a real musk in this in the 1950s, when they still used real actual musk, whereas now it's synthetic, because, you know, cruelty to animals and stuff. And then the new one is this new Baccarat one that they've released, and they've made it into an EDP concentration. It's much more attractive, much more modern, but from what I smell, it smelled the same. I remember putting the EDP on my hand, and I don't remember much difference between this and that. And this is, I consider, a cheapie. It was £20, I think, for the 100ml. So let's take a closer look at this bottle. So here's the box. It's, yeah, it wouldn't be very attractive if I saw it on a shelf without the bottle. It says Molinard, Parfumeur depuis 1849. They've been going for years. And then this is the bottle. I'm just taking it out of the box while I'm talking so you can see it. Yeah, it's kind of got a, it looks like it's a column at the bottom. It's got a kind of square design at the bottom. It sprays out a lot of fragrance. It's a short, sharp burst, and it sprays out a hell of a lot of fragrance. Look. Oh, it smells so lovely. And yeah, the back of the label's gold, and it's kind of shiny on the front. Maroon colours, you can see, you know, well, you might not be able to see, you might be listening to this, I don't know. Yeah, really good. I've been wearing it for 2 or 3 days now, and really getting involved with it and just loving it even more. So yeah, so what does it smell like to me? So yeah, like I said, I already told you, it kind of, if you took the patchouli out of Angel, if you took the very gourmand notes, if you took the caramel out, if you took the chocolate out, and you just kept the fruity element that's behind Angel, that's what it smells like. The main difference being, apart from that, that tonka plays a big part in this fragrance. Tonka, if you don't know already, really smells like almonds. Tonka is a lot more vanillic. It's a bean. Tonka bean. Tonka bean. I just think that sounds really cute all the time when I say it. Tonka bean. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit more creamy than a sharp almond. It's a little bit more vanillic, but it does actually smell like almonds mainly, and it's quite powerful as well. When it's paired together with vanilla, like it is in this, they work as a tag team. And what they do to this is the underlying notes, or the underlying character, or the stuff around the edge is a very smooth, almost marzipan feeling. That's what it is, and it's really nice. It's very fun and easy to wear. It smells so modern and fruity, and like a less scary version of Angel. So it smells really strongly of passion fruit, really strongly of mango. It's like a tropical passion fruit infused marzipan. That's the best way I can think to describe it to you if you haven't smelled it before. The tonka lends its almondy character. The fruits are always the most prominent thing, but there's always a very apparent underlying almondy feel to it. So it's kind of just verging on gourmand, but it isn't. It's a lot more fruity than it is gourmand, but the tonka and vanilla make it feel just tipping over the edge of gourmand. It's really fun. It's really youthful. It's got a clean tinge to it. The musk in this, sometimes I describe it as kind of like dryer sheets. The musk in this gives it just a little streak of cleanliness, but really it smells tropical. It's really fruity and fun. It's like a fruit bowl with marzipan. So it's like a marzipan cake of passion fruit and mango. That's the description of what it smells like. In terms of how it performs, I found with this, when I put it on just once, when I left one of the times I've worn it, if I just did a couple of sprays like this, just in case you don't know how to wear perfume, you do this with it. It didn't have too much throw or too much power, but because I reapply quite a bit throughout the day, I found that it kind of stuck to itself on my skin, and it ended up becoming quite a potent fragrance, and it lasted a long time. The last time I applied it was lunchtime today, and I could smell it in these blustery winds when I was walking home over a bridge that I have to go over. I kept getting wafts of it, and it smelled quite clean tonight when I was wearing it. What was I going to say next? I can't remember. This is one of those fragrances that when you spray it on clothing, it stays a lot more. I wore this to bed last night as well. I wear fragrances to bed. Yeah, I do. And it's still, my duvet still smells of it now 24 hours later. Well, nearly 24 hours later. So put it on your skin, also put a bit on your clothes as well, and you'll probably get a lot more out of it. In terms of longevity, as I said, I didn't really use this one properly because I reapplied it to build it up. But first off, I'd probably say about 4 hours max. But because it's a cheapie, you can afford to just reapply, just to build it up. So that's my review of Nirmala by Molinard. Click my logo to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon, very soon, for another review. Goodbye.